Hey, it's Luke John Harrison. Just before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe to this channel. Make sure the bell notification icon is on. I would love to hear from you, and it only takes 1 second of your day to make mine. Let's get into it. You know, as an adult and as a fully grown man, sometimes one of the hardest things you can admit is that you need some help. That you need some coaching, some guidance, some support, some accountability. You need a plan, you need a better routine, you need structure to your life back, and you can't do it on your own. And I sort of had that thought a few times in my life. I remember when I was younger, I used to struggle a lot with anger issues. Now, I never ever got into a proper fight in school, mostly because I avoided it. I guess I was scared. I wasn't particularly an aggressive person. So I guess in some ways I was bullied because of that, because I was an easy target, because I was kind of weak. In school I was weak. And as a result of that bullying, I didn't know how to handle it, so I would become angry within. I remember punching a roses tin, like the metal roses tins you got for Christmas. I used to punch that till my hand bled at times, and, you know, shout and scream, pull my hair out even sometimes, and get really angry at the world, and especially at people that bullied us. And I labelled a lot of people with the same label, even people I didn't know. And it caused me a lot of stress, and I used to break out in mouth ulcers a lot, and I noticed how much I didn't handle my emotions growing into an adult as well, and how much that we don't just grow out of emotions, we just learn to handle them easier. But unless we are actually learning new techniques and willing to put ourselves through new ways of thinking and operating as a fully grown adult, those emotions that we felt as a child will come and haunt us, and we will experience the exact same emotion, we'll just have a different outlet. Unfortunately, sometimes as an adult we use our fists. As an outlet we use drugs up our nose. As an outlet we use alcoholic drinks. As an outlet we use smoking. As an outlet we use things that are bad for our health, which in the moment don't seem that bad. I took cocaine for the majority of my 20s on a weekend, and it didn't seem that bad at the time until I started to realise how shit I felt as a result of it. I drank almost every weekend in my 20s, heavily, and you can get away with it, but then you start to realise how shit you feel as a result of it during the week. It's not just a one-day hangover, is it? It's 2-3 days, sometimes even 4 or 5 before you feel normal again, and then you repeat the cycle on the next weekend. But then you start to struggle with your emotions because you get tired, and you start to act like a child again. And it's hard for a man to admit that sometimes you need somebody kicking your ass. You need somebody who understands a little bit about overreacting and taking things out of context and being a little bit short-tempered, but understanding that ultimately when you get somebody who has a new set of skills or a different perspective than you who can help you, it's massively beneficial. Which is why I reached out to a lot of coaches over the years, and I still have coaches now to this day who help me with emotional problems, financial problems, physical problems, any kind of problems that we have as an adult. Like, we can't be naive enough to think that we can sort it all out ourselves. Like, as a kid, we'd just ask my mum and dad, but obviously we don't do that as adults now. But we try and figure it out on our own. We get more and more stubborn, and unfortunately that stubbornness grows with us. And we are unwilling sometimes to admit, hey, I need a little bit of guidance or advice, or I need some accountability or a coach, or I need some help with this, genuine help. Now, I'm not a counsellor, I'm not a therapist, I'm not qualified in those areas, but my results are my qualifications. I've helped a lot of people change their emotional environment internally. I've helped them get from bad mental health to great mental health. I've helped them get from fat and overweight and feeling like shit to lean, fit and strong. I've helped people go from shattered confidence to feeling top of the world, feeling a 2 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. But I had to first take myself through that as well. And I guess my question today for you would be this: where in your life are you too stubborn to admit you need help? What area is it, and what do you need to do to seek out that help? Who is it you need to ask? Because we're all looking for the how. Like, we'll Google how to. How to is one of the most searched Google terms. Millions and millions of people search how to every single day, but very few people search who can help me. So that's your lesson for today, is stop asking how can I get rid of this belly? How can I change my emotions? How can I stop drinking? How can I stop eating shit? How can I get a handle on my emotions? Start asking who can help me. And when you get to that point where you ask who, not how, everything changes. So who is it? Who is it?